Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Spring List 2019. I've got 4 designers, 4 niche and 2 classic fragrances. But before I get into it, let me explain to you that spring can be different for different countries. For example, some countries, at least the Southeast Asia, the whole of the Indian subcontinent, Philippines, Thailand, there's nothing called spring. It's a very brief period between January and February, and then it's summer all the way till September. But spring for us here in Northern Europe is also an in-between weather. It's for example, April. Last Saturday was 16 degrees. Today it's -3 in the evening. It's supposed to be -3. I've already seen 2 brief spells of hail. But last Saturday, you couldn't tell. It was 16 degrees, it was bright and sunny, it was beautiful. And me and a couple of my mates, went out and had proper cricket nets all Saturday morning. And in case you're interested, there's additional bonus footage at the end of this video. If you're a cricket fan, you can see me netting with a couple of my mates. And if you're new to cricket, you can have a look and see what cricket actually feels like. It's a beautiful game. And I suggest if you have never played it, try it. It's known as a gentleman's game. But anyways, come to this video. So, I'm going to try something new. I've not tested it. And it is this lens. EFM Canon f2. This is basically a 22mm mirrorless camera lens. And I believe, or I understand, watching a lot of YouTube reviews, that this is the favorite of YouTube vloggers. This is the favorite lens. Let me show you the lens first. This is what the lens looks like. It's basically known as the pancake lens. It's a very tiny lens. This is where the future of DSLR is heading. These are mirrorless EFM lenses, and Canon, as you know, is one of the world leaders in cameras. If you want to know more about this lens, there's a link in my description of this video. So let me change over to the pancake lens and we'll do the video in this new lens. Untested. So whatever I get, I'll upload. As long as I'm not out of focus. See you in a bit. So this is how it looks like. Now, what I'm told is this lens provides you with a better field of depth. So my image, this is basically a fixed focal length lens. So my face should be constantly tracked and the rest of the background will be sort of dimmed down, hazy, out of focus. So it gives you a better field of depth. But you're the best audience, you're the best judge. Let me know which lens you prefer. And by the way, if you're interested, this is the kit lens, 15 by 45mm kit lens. I don't know whether I can, I don't know. I think this is out of focus. But anyways, this is the kit lens. So I'm trying 2 lenses, different lenses. Just want to know from you which one I should be making my videos in. Okay, so let's start. Spring top 10. So what does spring for me signify? It signifies slightly brighter aspects. I quite like green, mossy scents. I like the citrus or the freshies, but I also like the deep, rich, woody scents. Excuse me, because it's quite cold. As I said, today it will be -1 in the night. So, and during daytime it was about 7 degrees. So I want something which will withstand the cold weather as well. So here is my list. I'm going to start with the niche fragrances. Number 1 on my list is a fragrance I reviewed last year, and it is an Acqua di Parma. It's Acqua di Parma Colonia. I just want to make sure it's sitting in front of my face so that the camera can focus. Colonia Quercia. Now, Quercia in Italian means oak. And this is a modern take on oak moss. This is one of the most finest and stylish fragrances I've worn recent years. And the moment I smelled this in Selfridges, I knew I had to get a bottle. So Quercia basically has very little to do with oak. It has got many other notes. So the primary notes that are to my nose are geranium. This is a beautiful geranium scent with citrus. and cedar wood and spices like cardamom. It's a very aromatic, extremely powerful, very, very potent and very modern and stylish fragrance. You can wear this to work or parties. Daytime is brilliant, nighttime is equally good. Very versatile and very, very stylish. So take your pick, any occasion, Quercia is going to shine. Yeah, excellent. In fact, I'm going to be wearing this all through summer and spring and summer, I should say. Next one on my list is a fragrance which I received one of the most finest compliments to date. You know, a female colleague of mine, when she smelt it on me, she said, "You smell like a prince." I think some of you know what I'm talking about. 1725, I hope the camera takes it, please, 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 by Histoires de Parfums. This is also known as Casanova. Yeah, and you don't smell or see Casanova, you feel him. This is the smell. This is the same thing. This is not a powerhouse. Excuse me. But this is a gem. Why is this a gem? It's beautifully aromatic, extremely stylish, and very, very seductive. Yeah, I got the best compliment of my life wearing this fragrance. And what does it have? It has lavender, beautifully balanced by a superb almond, bitter almond, and a fantastically aromatic vanilla. The vanilla is dry, not boozy or food-like. It's a dry, beautiful vanilla. There are many other notes. Again, this is a fragrance I've reviewed. Last year I reviewed it. Do check it out. But I think this is a superb fragrance for people who wear suits to work, white shirts, formal shirts to work, and also for people who are going for date type situations during daytime. It's a daytime scent. I can wear this during nighttime, but it shines during daytime. It's very princely, regal, sophisticated, charismatic, seductive fragrance. There's nothing pedestrian about it. It's a very special scent. The only problem is performance. 6 hours max. So if that bothers you, then go away from this one. Sorry, sidestep this one because you're going to be disappointed. 6 hours max. Next on my list is a fragrance for those days when it's cold, and it's a rich woody scent, but it's a very special and a very different kind of a rich woody scent. It is Memoir by Amouage. I hope the camera picks it. It is picking it. Amouage. See, I'm not very confident with the lens at the moment, so I'm trying to sort of see while I do this video. This is a sandalwood fragrance, but sandalwood fragrance like no other. Sorry. This is as Amouage, you know, there's never a single note that dominates. So this has got notes like Artemisia, so green, mossy, bright, mint, basil, incense, olibanum, sandalwood. So this is like a green, slightly sweet, dry, slightly powdery, aromatic, rich, dense, bright at the same time. Beautiful sandalwood at the end, but when the whole journey of the fragrance is just beautiful. Not only the dry down, the opening, the heart, everything. Beautiful. I'm going to do a full review soon, but this is for those days when it's cold and day or night. I'd prefer this nighttime. And this is also not a monster projector, but it's a long-lasting, rich sillage, very well made like any Amouage, and it's basically a close encounter scent. People have to be in your scent bubble to experience the magic of this fragrance, but it is nothing less of magic, nothing less than magic. So that is Memoir Man. Next on my list is the final niche in this list, and this one is a beast mode fragrance. Again a rich wood scent, but with a different twist. It's called Jaffa Private Label. Again, very little talk about this fragrance in the community. Some people describe this as a vetiver scent, dark, rich, earthy vetiver. This is very different, okay? And this is not for the beginners. But what this is this is a vetiver sandalwood. Now, how many fragrances have you smelt where vetiver and sandalwood play a role? And dark sandalwood, dark vetiver. Very earthy. There's patchouli here, there's incense here, and there's papyrus here. Now, I haven't smelled papyrus, but this doesn't smell like paper. It doesn't. It smells like a brooding, dark person with a huge sense of humor. He appears to be very serious, but when you start to get to know him, he'll make you crack. That's the kind of fragrance this is. It takes a few wearings to like this. I haven't worn this to my heart's content. I will, and when I've done, I'll do one of my best reviews because I love this fragrance. It's just stunning, really. Nothing short of stunning, very creative. So that was the last niche in the list. Let's do some designers. Yeah. So, you know, they say cleanliness is godliness. Yeah. My next fragrance is basically a clean, soapy, bright scent. I've reviewed it. It is Prada Amber Purim. This is basically a modern, clean, soapy, beautiful scent. There are notes like saffron, myrrh, vanilla. It's a beautiful scent, very long-lasting, great performance, great projection. Absolutely everything is fantastic about this fragrance, plus the price point. So I've done a full review, but in a nutshell, it's very modern, clean, soapy, a bright, very approachable fragrance, and not very expensive. Excellent daytime fragrance. If you live in a hot country, Prada Amber Purim is a blessing. Let's do some classics and then we'll do some designers. Now, the next fragrance in my list is one of my personal favorites. Whenever I wear this fragrance, my day is made, you know, and it's a cheapie, and it's a Guerlain. Guerlain Habit Rouge EDT. This thing is made for hot weather. So it's got notes like carnation, extremely strong lemon, and beautiful leather, but old school. This is an old school fragrance, so you have to be comfortable with wearing old school fragrances. Does it smell dated? To some it might, not to me. I'm experienced with this sort of combination. It's one of the most genteel, sophisticated, classy, old school fragrances money can buy. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to own this fragrance. And whoever has this in their collection will swear by it. There are many flankers. I'm sure all of them are brilliant. This one is my favorite, although I haven't tried all the flankers. Excellent performance, daytime or nighttime. It's just one of the staple fragrances. Next on my list is another classic. This one is challenging to wear, but it's a very beautiful, classy fragrance. It's a proper fougere, Paco Rabanne Purim. This is a vintage. You can see the juice color and the bottle. This one is a beast. And this is basically a fougere without using traditional lemon. But it's got lavender, I think, honey and spices. The honey makes it animalic. Also, this fragrance has this amazing quality of smelling like a fruit conserve. So open a jar of any fruit conserve and smell this boozy, fruity smell. That's how the honey smells here. It's very rich, very potent, old school, old-fashioned, animalic. But once you have grown used to that, you're going to like this, because this sort of fragrance goes very well nighttime or daytime during spring. Superb fragrance. Paco Rabanne Purim. I'd say this and Habit Rouge will take a bit of trying from your end. Once you get to know this fragrance, you're going to be overjoyed. Next on my list, 3 left, is an Hermès. I don't like the original Terre d'Hermès, but this one, Terre d'Hermès Eau Intense Vetiver, I hope I'm capturing it, is a new release. It was released last year. I'm loving this fragrance. Although I haven't worn it as much as I would like, it's totally synthetic, but it smells amazing. The vetiver in this one is not green. The vetiver is basically a dry, sort of it's a dry vetiver. It's not earthy, it's not green, yeah? And it's not hazy, and it's not dark. It's bright. And it's brightened even further with grapefruit, and there's some other notes which I can't remember, but it's a fresh, dry, masculine vetiver fragrance. Masculine, yeah? Modern masculine. Highly recommend this. It'll suit everybody, you know, any age group, and it'll suit any occasion. The versatility of this fragrance is phenomenal. Love this. I'm going to do a full review. I'm still testing this out, but I highly recommend this one. Next on my list is a fragrance which you'll have, probably these sort of fragrances you'll have to pay a lot of money. Not in this case. It's a Rasasi. I recently reviewed it. My review is YouTube's exclusive, and it's Rasasi's Ashaar. Look at the bottle. Absolutely stunning. Love this fragrance. Ashaar is basically a fragrance which is out and out niche quality, right? It smells 2 or 3 notes: cedar, oud, and cardamom. The cardamom makes this fragrance extremely aromatic. There are other notes like citrus notes and all that stuff, which goes away very quickly. But the actual agarwood, or the oud, and the cedar and the cardamom are of the highest quality. This fragrance makes me feel as if I'm wearing a £150 fragrance. Done a full review, check it out. You don't have to break the bank to smell good. This is one of the cheapest and nicest Rasasis you can wear. I would love to see more people talk about this in the community. So, Ashaar, last one in the list. This one is an out and out niche quality fragrance, but it's a designer. I'm in love with this fragrance. It's one of the nicest and the smartest fragrance I've smelled in recent times. It was released last year. I've done a full review. It is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Not Eau de Parfum, Parfum. This is by far the best Chanel, in my opinion. And a couple of guys who watched my review on this one went ahead and bought it, and they've confirmed. This has got nothing to do with the blue scent signature. It's a beautiful sandalwood, and it's got some amazing notes, right? One is lemon zest, the other one is pineapple and cashmere, and silky smooth. And it's just, as I said, this is actually compared to, but it doesn't smell anything like Roger's Elysium Cologne. Absolutely fantastic. You have to put your nose on this fragrance. Expensive? Yes. Stylish? Very. And one of the most modern, fantastically made masculines you will smell in recent times. There has to be a lot of focus on this one. This is fantastic. So this is my last pick for spring 2019. I hope you like the review. And now over to the bonus footage. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye. That's a 4.
It's not a 4.
What have you got?
A short third man. It's gone straight to him.
Short third man?
Yeah.
We'll catch that.
No, it's gone along the floor, straight to it.
Can't believe this. Who have you got? Usain Bolt fielding? One. What's that?
One.
Okay. So I'll tell you my technique here. I'm opening the batting and I want to be low risk and stay there. On the other end is Adco and then is Pete Turner. Keep watching my technique and let me know if there's any flaws, yeah?
Catch that!
get a shot.
Yeah, like-
Catch! Oh! Four. The man's up before us.
yeah.
Lovely shot.
Cheers, mate.
Play it.
Cool.
One. Four goes.
Played.
More respect.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah. Two. Low risk, mate. I was playing for the ball to come in. If it didn't, I would look ugly. I wouldn't get out. Oh, that's out.
What's that?
Is that out?
Couple, isn't it?
That's good, fine.
See, that's what I want to do to you.
I ain't got a third man, it's two.
Depending on the speed of
Two.
outfield, that's a couple.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah.
Shot.
Shot.
Let me just switch that.